Hey Ken, have you seen my horn? I want it to celebrate the 4th of July with.
Why do you need the horn for the 4th of July? Can't you just enjoy the fireworks? You're seeing fireworks, aren't you? Hi and welcome to Crafts by 2. I'm Ken.
And I'm George. And today we show you how we made these great t-shirts. They're made with fabric iron-on.
So we used a stabilizer on some fabric that we found that was on sale at Joann Fabrics.
Yep, we just iron the stabilizer onto the fabric and then we cut it on the Cricut Explorer. How much easier could it have been?
And then with the stabilizer you can iron it on. And if you're using one of the heavy duty ones, you can actually wash it.
The heavier stabilizer makes it easier to cut on the Explorer, and because it's a heavy stabilizer, when you iron it on, it becomes permanent. So Ken, why don't you show us how well they cut out?
Okay. So we're getting ready to cut. You want to remove the white backing from the fabric that you've ironed the interfacing onto. So that will leave kind of a glossy background on the wrong side of the fabric. Then you're going to lay that on the mat. Smoothing it down to make sure that you've got a firm grip on the fabric and there's no bubbles. And then you're ready to go. We didn't have to reverse the design we're going to cut because it's going to go on the shirt with the interfacing side down, ironed onto the shirt, so we didn't have to mirror it. It's just going to cut out and look pretty much exactly how we're going to be putting it on the shirt. And before you click go, you want to make sure that you're on the fabric setting on the dial. And once you're all set, go ahead and cut. We can unload and then read out the design. For some of the smaller designs, it had a little bit of a thread edge that it just didn't cut on the corner of the star there, so I just had to get some scissors to snip it a little. This one too, it seems that one little corner of the star in this design, it didn't quite cut the thread there. So there you go. The fabric's ready to be ironed onto a shirt.
And then we ironed it on. And by we, I mean Ken did it.
First, I positioned the shirt on the ironing board and ironed it out to make sure it was flat where I wanted to put the design. Then I laid out the design and I simply pressed it down with the iron and held it in place for about 5 seconds and just kept moving it around. That helped make sure that it was adhered evenly on the shirt. I didn't move it while I was doing that initial phase. Just pressed it down.
And then, what did you do?
Then I turned it inside out and ironed it on the back side, and then I did kind of slide it around slowly. See, you could have done it. You've got it down.
Yeah. But it was easier to have you do it.
Oh.
And now we have these awesome homemade 4th of July shirts. This is a Cricut image that I just replaced what was down here and put Happy 4th and sliced it out. It was super simple.
And this one is just 2 Cricut images.
With some cool 4th of July fabric, you can make any shirt in any image.
And not just 4th of July.
Any occasion. Isn't it simple?
And if you're a sewer with a sewing machine, you could even do applique around the edges. Ours are a little rough, but it kind of adds to the homey feel for...
Yeah, I really like the way
4th of
that
July.
mine came out. Now remember, not all fabric is created equal. Some will cut super great, and some not too great. We had hit or miss with this. Our first time cutting out, as you saw in the video, was perfect. We tried a couple times after that with not so great results. We think our stabilizer was old from the store because it didn't really stick to the back of the fabric like it should. So if you have fabric that doesn't cut so well at first, you might want to iron on freezer paper to the top of it so it gives it a smooth, stiffer surface to cut on.
But even then, you're not guaranteed. So try out with your fabric first before you start doing the big designs.
Yeah, and we found that having a new blade that we only use for fabric worked too. The same with the mat. So one thing that you can do to mark your blade is take some fingernail polish. Thanks, Melody. And put it on the end of the blade. Not the blade end, the other end. And that way you know if the pink end is for fabric or the blue end. Don't use silver because the blade's silver, so you probably won't see it. But gold or anything, just put a little dot on it. And mark your mat for fabric only. That way it's nice and sticky. Use a regular mat or a strong grip mat.
But again, you want to test to see how your stabilizer adheres to the fabric. A strong grip mat, you might be pulling the stabilizer off your fabric.
Yeah, that happened once to us.
So it can be a little hit or miss, but it's kind of fun and you get some great results when it works out.
And you can put them on a t-shirt and have cool t-shirts like we made. As a matter of fact, Ken and I saved our Design Space files so we could share them. And we're going to share them with you guys. They'll be in the description below if you're on YouTube, or if you're on our website, they'll be in the description there. If you're on Facebook and watching this on Facebook, go to YouTube or our website.
Now remember, some of these are in the subscription. That's how we got them. So you might need the subscription or the cartridges to get these files.
Right. Or they're maybe as cheap as 99 cents.
So this was just another one of our Independence Day 4th of July projects.
ID4 projects. Wait, that's probably a movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's not call it that.
We have one more project coming up. George made a yarn wreath.
Yep, I did. It was a lot of fun, and we're going to show you how to do it too.
So make sure you subscribe to our videos so you don't miss out. If you're on YouTube, there's either a button in the corner or a big red button to subscribe. If you're on our website, at the bottom of the page, there's a link where you can subscribe too.
YouTube keeps moving it. I'm tired of looking for it.
You can also find us all over the internet, though. We're on Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter, lots of places.
So it's going to be a great 4th of July in our cool 4th of July t-shirts and our patriotic propellers.
Yep.
And we'll put the wreath on the front door. It'll be a perfect 4th of July.
If the weather holds out.
I love July. The 4th of July, my birthday. You know what else happens in July?
No.
We give away a Cricut Explore Air to our viewers.
Oh, that's right. Coming up in a few weeks.
Yep, so stay tuned for that. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out on winning a brand new machine from Cricut.
And because we don't have enough of a holiday enjoyment in July, we're going to be doing that as part of our Christmas in July event.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait to celebrate that. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
So until probably before next Tuesday, we got to show them how to do the wreath before the 4th of July. We'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.
Bye.
Hi. Oh, hi. The heavy.
So I just use the iron, placing it roughly. Then I.
No,
No.
you ironed it first.
Yes.